Hello, Tamara here. Nice of you to join me, and a very warm welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me today. We're on part 6 now of the Little House Box and Album project that we've been doing on the channel, and this video we are going to make up another page. So we're actually going to make up the page 3 and hopefully get page 4 done as well in our book. But if you would like to buy this kit already cut, ready for you to decorate and put together, then head to the tamaramortoncrafts.com. I will put a link in the description box down below, but I'll also put just here a QR code that you can scan with your mobile device, and that then will take you to my shop and the page where these kits are. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Please can you subscribe to the channel and comment and like something as well. The other thing that is available for this kit is a free downloadable PDF. So let's get on with the page 3 and with the cutting of all the pieces that we need. So for the page 3 we will need to cut out these measurements. Now I'll give you the measurements and then I'll cut. So for page 3, for the small flap, you need to cut your cardstock at 6 inches by 4 inches and write on there small flap. For your large flap, you'll need to cut 6 3/4 by 5 inches. For a mini tuck spot, you'll need to cut your cardstock at 3.5 by 1 3/4. You'll need a mini booklet in this one, and that's going to be 3 inches by 2 1/4. And an optional side pocket for the bottom flap, you can cut your cardstock at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then your photo mats are 4 1/8 and by 3 1/8, and then 6 3/8 by 6 3/8. So that's the measurements. Okay, so the pattern paper measurements for page 3 are as follows. So the small flap is 5 7/8 by 3 3/8. The large flap is 4 3/8 by 6 5/8. The mini tuck spot is 2 3/8 by 1 1/8. The little mini booklet, you need to cut 4 of these, would be 1 3/8 by 2 1/8. Then if you're having the optional side pocket on the bottom flap, you need to cut your pattern paper at 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. Then you need your photo mats, which will be 4 inches by 3 inches and 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Now what I've done is I've already cut mine out and I've added my score lines. So we'll go through the score lines now and then they're done. So for the small flap, you need to have your smallest measurement down the side of your trimmer, and you need to then score along the long side at 1/2 inch, because that's going to give you your glue tab. So that's that. Then the large flap, again, with your smallest measurement down the side of your trimmer, you need to score that along the long side at 1/2 inch again. Now onto your tuck spot, your mini tuck spot, which is here, because it's very mini. You need to score along the 2 short edges and 1 long edge, and then you need to cut diagonally down, cutting off that square where the score lines meet, and then they become your glue tabs on there. So that's the tuck spot. The mini booklet, you need to score along that 3-inch side at 1.5 inches to create your little booklet. And I've just done some little white photo mats to go inside there. And then your photo mat, so you've got one photo mat that is, you need your pattern paper at 3x4, and if you're doing a photo mat, that's the same, 3 inches by 4 inches. And then the second photo mat, what I did, instead of using another sheet of paper, I've just cut a 6x4 photo mat and then just a side piece on there to as a decorative feature, but you can do that on both sides. Okay, so that's the photo mat. Now I will also cut out a little tab as well. I will die cut one of those, and then you're good to go. So with this you will need one of your pages, and those we did in the previous videos, but if you want to know the size of this, they are 7.5 by 7 inches, and you need to then score along that 7.5 inch measurement to create your hinge, because this is going to be your hinge. You'll also need to do cut a base page of this, which would be 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. So that's your base pattern paper. So I've only cut the one out because we will do the back side of that in a moment. So once you've cut your pieces out, you know what we need to do now. We need to do our distressing on, and I'm going to do on all of them. Okay, so that's all my pattern paper edge. Now the other thing we need is our magnets, because this page has got some magnets on. So the other thing I need is one of the die cuts from the Put It On Your Tab die set. This is the bigger, the wider tab one. Now you can either cut it out of your pattern paper or cut it out of your cardstock. I'm going to cut this, as I've got one cut, I'll cut it out of cardstock, but in my other one, no, let's change that. Let's cut it out of pattern paper. So let's cut it out of some pattern paper and put that on there, and I'll use this one here. Okay, and that's the tab that's cut out of your pattern paper, and I will ink the edges so that it's ready, and do it on both sides. Now, with the effect that we did where we had the cardstock and then we had the pattern paper as the layer, you can do this the other way and have the cutout as your cardstock. So if you wanted to write something on there, you could do, which would be quite nice, but we're just going to have it like so. So we've got all our elements ready, so now we just need our page. And as the page goes, make sure that you have got your folded, like the glue tab, your hinge part to the left hand side. What's going to happen is we're going to have the larger flap at the bottom, and it is a bit smaller, so but it's meant to be, and then we're going to have the smaller one at the top like so. Now just to show you in here, this is what we've got. So we've got a flap that flaps up and then this flap flaps down, so it's pretty easy. And then you've got all your photo mats inside with all the different photos. So, and then on here I've just paper pieced, but we've got a little extra pocket there that we can put on as well. So that's what we're aiming for, and there's the little tuck spot with the tiny little booklet. So to attach them to our page, now you can either do it where the hinge gets put onto the back, or you can have it where it sits on onto the front of your page like so. So really it's entirely up to you. I'm actually going to have it so it goes underneath. So if you're going to have it that way, you need your glue on the valley fold side of your flap. Again on this one. And I'm going to use glue as well, as always. Hopefully it's not too gunked up. There. So I'll put the bottom one on first. So take off the double-sided backing and add our glue. Okay, and then I'm going to try and just get this so that it is literally in the middle of that page. Sorry if you're finding that a bit difficult to see. I think I got that about right. Yes. I'll push that down. And then the top flap is just going to do exactly the same thing. Position that so that it is in the middle of the bottom flap here, and then just burnish down, and then you've got your flaps on. Now where your little tab comes in, so the little tab is going to go sit on our top flap, and it's going to house our magnet, and then the other magnet is going to sit under here. Okay, so let's put this magnet in. Lots of glue, magnet, and push it up because I'm going to have it right at the bottom there. There we go. Make sure that's as central as you can get it. Like so. Burnish that down nicely. Then get yourself another piece. I'm just going to put that on the top for the minute. And some of your foundation tape. And remember, this time we need it the sticky side again up. Make sure you've got your tape in the right way, and then just burnish that down so that it stays in place. I will put a little bit more tape over that, and then that is then your flaps. Now as I'm using different magnets, these ones aren't as strong, so I'm just going to put one underneath just to strengthen that bond. The ones that you've got are 12mm wide, and they're a lot stronger. It's just all of mine are downstairs. I don't know what I've done with the little pot that the ones that I bought up for the kit have disappeared. Seems to be the story of my life at the minute. So open those out. So now we just need to decorate, so we can start with our pattern paper for the base, and what that then is that. So now I might as well use these ones for the underside, and then I'll just cut some more for the outer edges. It's just so that I can show you what we do, because then I'm going to add all our photo mats on the inside. Okay, so we've done that small flap, so we now need to do the big flap. Now I did have it here ready, which is this one, and I'll just stick this on. Like so. There we go, so that is the inside bit done. Now for the outside bit, we need to do a couple of photo mats. So the photo mats are a 6x4 and 4 3x2s, and then you've got a nice spread there for photo mats. So bringing in your Picture Perfect stamps, we're going to do the 3x2 and the 6x. That is the 6x4, and I think the 3x2 is already on the stamping block. It is. This is 3x4. It's not 3x4. So I'll put that one back. So let's get these. So we have one. These go this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I don't think I'd get 3 on there. I might do. No, just a bit too short. Or I can have them like that. That looks quite nice. Or like that. No, I have them like that. I like them better. So you can have 2 like that. These ones could be 3x4 actually. I cut 2 3 1/8 of an inch by 4 1/8 of an inch photo mats, but in the end I only used one of them on the bottom flap. So I think I'm going to have that. So I'm going to have, you've got 2 3x4s, 2 2x3s, 1 6x4. So you've got quite a nice selection of photos, or you could only have one down here so it's not so photo heavy, and maybe one at the top here like so. That would look quite nice. You could have it like that. That would look okay. I like that idea. Okay, so we need the 6x4, which I've got out. So and that goes on here. So take that one off. And we want the next one, which is the 6x4, and so it goes this way. Oh, I nearly dropped that. And if you didn't want to put anything on them, you could have left those ones blank, and then you could have used this as a little journaling spot. But I quite like it when it's got something in. Now I can't find the other stamp, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the your photo here. and then that can go 1, 2, like so, and then we can stick these in like so. There we go, and this goes at the top like so, and then we can then close that up, and that's all encased in there. But what I am going to do is just add a couple of little perfume bottles here, or you could just, actually that would be quite nice, just a little fishtail on there. This is from the die cut, sorry, from my I put it on my tab die cuts, and just put that on there. There we go. Take that off. You could have this down here at the bottom if you wanted, but I quite like that. I think that's a nice balance. So just close that up, and then we can put our pattern paper. So I'm going to go away and cut the pattern paper for this. Okay, so I've cut them out, and I'm just going round the edges now to just finish them off like so. And I'm going to just stick them on. So the top is going to stick on the top. So put that on the top there. There we go. So that's then that. Now we need to add the tuck spot. So where have I put the tuck spot? So this is the tuck spot. This is just going to fit on the top like so. And I've got a bit of a knobbly corner. Just take that off, that's better. Now, as I say, with the tuck spot again, if you wanted to decorate that edge, you could do. I just wanted to leave this one blank, and this is a straight edge, because I've done the borders on the other two. So this just gives you another idea of what it looks like if you didn't want to use the border edges. So I'm just taking the backing off, double-sided tape like so. Add some glue. Okay, fold everything over and stick it where you want it to go, like so. Burnish it down, and then your little booklet will fit in like so there. Now you could make this bigger if you wanted to, or you could have it going this way and have your booklet long ways. That's another idea. I might do that actually, but for now that is fine in that little pocket like so. So this is the pattern paper piece. It goes over the top, and then I'll just put on the front cover of our booklet. Although I might just put these on, seeing as they're there. Goes up that way. Don't know where the other ones disappeared to. I'm sure it will turn up. I'll put the back bit on like so. And then if I will cut out a small something or another just to put on that. So then is the little booklet. Now we can either put I'm going to put the pocket on. I think that look really nice across there, as it is in the other book as well. Okay, so now we just need to do our little pocket that goes on the front. So again, all you need is just an offcut of your pattern paper, and we're going to use that then as the base of the pocket. Now you can have it, this is actually not too bad of a width because it comes just before my little tab here. You could have it come down a bit more if you wanted to, like to there. I think I may have it there actually, but I might use this side like so. So we'll go for that, or shall we have it? No, that's no, we'll have it a bit further down. So I need, or we could have it really small and then just have that, or we could go along the bottom. No, we'll do that. We'll have the small one actually, and I've got a small one here. That one's actually quite nice. So we'll have this small one, and then I'll cut that down. So let me just double check this measurement because I've got a mind like a sieve. So that is 4 3/8. I'll cut that down to 4 3/8. Oh, we need that. And then I need just a offcut of paper of your cardstock. Again, just do that. Cut this down to 1/2 inch and then back to 4 3/8. This is our strengthening strip. I'm just going to put the glue along one edge like so, and pick which way you want it to go. I can do this one because this is a directional piece. So if you've cut it a bit big like what I have, just on the side here, just trim that down like so. There we are. And then I'll lift this up, and then we're going to put the pocket there. Oh, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. I'm just inking that edge because that needed inking. So that's the pocket. So glue just around the edge now, or the 3 edges, and then just stick that on top of your page like so. And I've got a bit of glue seepage come through. That's brilliant, and that can go there. So this is then the photo mat that's going to go underneath. So that goes like so, and then this comes down and then will sit over that photo mat. So we can glue this all on now. But I'm not going to put a your photo here stamp on this. I'm going to leave this as is, and then you can use that as a journaling spot. So that can then go into that pocket like so, and clip that down, and that can stay like that. Now you can have a smaller one in there, maybe something like that as well, just to hold, just as a different size of photo mat, which would be quite nice in there. I know that's not I wouldn't put that in because that's got some things on, but we can then decorate this here with some more of these cutouts that I cut out of the 12 by 12. is the page 3 done. We can go ahead and stick this into our book now. Now, if you remember what I did with this one, this page, I had the hinge pointing to the left. This one is going to be the same, so this is going to point to the left again, so that I end up with that ½ an inch gap between the two pages. So with that, we need to stick this on the mountainside fold, and okay, let's add the tape, burnish that down, take off, and just add some glue just to help it so it doesn't lift off. There we go. Let's wipe the excess glue off, and then get it into position so that it's straight and it's lined up with your spine mount, and just burnish that down. So I'm going to leave it with that page. I might do a little bit more embellishing on that as we go through, maybe add some lace and things like that just to pretty it up a little bit, and then when I finish the whole album, I like to then do another walkthrough so you can see the differences that we've got between the two albums. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks ever so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like and comment. Everyone that does it really does help my channel grow, and I appreciate every single one of you. I will put a QR code up here, and that will take you to a site called Linktree, and that is where all my socials are, all my links to all my social medias. Please do click on that, and all my links are all in one place. So all that's left for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, please have an amazing day, and I will speak to you again on the next one.